concept that we are anxious about in reference to dealing with our young people and getting them and their families moving towards student excellence. And the concept idea is it's IDMP. I'm doing my part towards student excellence. And this is what we had an opportunity to go out and ask parents. And so at this time, I would like to give the artist a chance to explain how he was able to come up with the design of IDMP. After talking to Mr. P and myself, we just talked in general. And we said that artist is Mr. Mike Riley, our right hand.
All right.
So welcome to On the Road with Doc Pritchett, Mr. Riley.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Pritchett.
You're quite welcome.
You know, and they know at home. It's always a pleasure to be here with you.
Yes.
And I'm so humbled. I'm humbled by those comments that you made.
And at home, I don't know what to say at first. My first thought is, wow, what do you say when someone gives you an opportunity for an artist, as an artist, an opportunity to talk about how I execute projects. In a word, it's the communication first with you guys.
Yes.
You know, you have so many ideals that, you know, I'm able to pretty much just grow with you in that ideal process.
Thank you.
You know, and our conversations, you know, they always take us somewhere,
Yeah.
and it ends up somewhere good.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And speaking about the I'm doing my part project, you're right. When you think about the color theory, that comes into play, and the significance of the string around the finger as a symbolism for reminder. See, in graphic design, there's a lot of subliminal messages and a lot of symbolism, and I was fortunate enough and blessed with, number one, artistic talent, but number two, an opportunity to attend the Art Institute of Philadelphia, and they taught me these things. So we spoke about it, and I just interpreted your idea. I really did. It was about empowerment and growth, which is represented by the color green.
Yes.
And it was also about inspiring. That's why we have that one digit held up, because we want to implant that message that I am number one. I'm a winner. You know,
Wow.
I'm a winner.
Okay.
And then we tied in the string because we all know, and it's a universal symbol of reminders, which is the string around the finger. And it just was, most things can, see the thing is, clients who deal with me and with whom I'm servicing, my job is to simplify the message as much as possible.
Right.
Because there's really a complicated concept that you have, because there are so many elements: the parent piece, the teacher piece, the student piece, and you need to be able to reach them all simultaneously. So that is what my job is. My job is to help project your message in the best way, but it does not go to print until you approve it. You know, and it's a team effort, and it doesn't hurt that I'm very passionate about what you do. So I buy into it 100%, and I'm going to always give you my best.
Yes.
You know, so that I don't know if that sums it up as eloquently as I would like, but that is the thought process, and I'm just really appreciative of the opportunity to work with Pritchett Associates and On the Road with Doc Pritchett,
Yes.
and all of the other many people in the community with whom I've had a chance to work, because I work with a lot of different organizations. I work with my church, with Bishop Morton, and designing their products, such as the promo that we just ran and
Yes.
graphics for that. It's a ministry. So that's about it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, because as I said before, that once you executed it and you presented it,
Yeah.
and I said, wow, this goes deeper, and it captured everything that I had wanted to, wanted, but I didn't realize that
Right.
this was all involved.
Yeah.
And as I said, it speaks to all audiences, where in my mind, what I had just spoke to one or two audiences.
Right.
And so the superintendent, even as he begins to plan out for the year and making preparation and it's a reminder to him of certain things and facets and elements that have to go into play
Right.
in order to drive student excellence in his school district for the year. And the building principal, district administrators, the financial officers, all of them, as they move towards student excellence, that are they doing their part?
Right.
And so that message, the way that it was created, it speaks to that. So we are thankful, and what we have done, we had the opportunity to begin to go out and to speak to audiences. And that's what we want to do, to go out and to hear from them so that we can see what is happening with families and also in the schools.
Right.
And what are people doing as we go through this reform movement? What part are they playing? And realizing that that each person has a part to play.
Right.
And there are many parts that you can do, many roles that you can assume. But any contribution you begin to make is appreciated in the classroom, by those in the district officials. Anything that parent's doing at home is appreciated when they're working with their young person at home, because we know that the home is the first teacher.
Yes, it is.
And so we began to go out, and I think we had 6 young people who that we interviewed first. And so
Yes.
we like to introduce our guest, who was instrumental in getting that first step, because once we had the vision and the dream, and then it was executed, we said now we have to put it into effect to see if what it is that we wanted, how would it be received. And so we turned to a young lady that has been worked with me years ago and has been a part of our parent group, and we realized that she has a special talent, and so we wanted to help nurture and grow that talent, and we felt that her role in doing her part, this would be a good place for her, and that's Miss Lynette Cornegay. Welcome to Honorable
Thank you.
Dr. Pritchett. We're glad to have you.
Absolutely.
Yes, and we asked you, in fact, I was explaining a little bit about the project, and then I said to her, and I think you would do good in helping to conduct the interviews. And of course, she always said, wait, what was that you said? You talking fast. Did you
Yes.
just say my name? And I said to her, yes. I said, I think that you would be a good person in going out and presenting and approaching, because you have to have a knack to be able to approach people so that they can begin to open up and trust you. So welcome, and just explain to the viewing audience your initial reaction when I approached you, and then as you we began to organize for our first interview.
Okay, let's talk about that initial that she talks about, because when Ms. Pritchett calls me to say that we're going to do this or that, and she's talking fast, as she said she is, and then when she says, oh, Ms. Pritchett, let's go back just a little bit. I'm going to be doing what? She slips it in, and it's every time. But I catch her and say, let's go back. Then she starts to laugh. I'm like, okay, Ms. Pritchett, whatever you want. So it's a blessing being a part of the organization with Pritchett Associates, because as I've been doing the interviews, I've grown, and it's been a pleasure. The first time that we did it, we were going to do it as a trial run. And I said, well, okay, trial run. But then you got to think of, it's the Pritchetts. So I said, at least dress decent. And then it turns out they taped the trial run. So it's always the way about how they do things, but I never say no, because their mission is something that I'm passionate of, and I've known them for some time. So it's a blessing that they do have me doing the interviews, because it's exciting. I get to meet new people of different races, and people are knowing me, and it's getting to the point of, and I'm going to say this, don't be jealous, I have a fan club now. So, standing before you tonight is testimony to me, and giving you a great smile for one. But then talking about the color green, I knew nothing about the green for you. So then when Miss Pritchett had said to me when I got in the car, she said, oh, when you got green on, then she explained to me what it was representing. But again, I don't get a choice to say, yes, I'm going to do it, or I'm not going to do it. I am going to do it, but then see how that natural comes. I have the color green on to represent, so
Yeah.
it works its way out.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're drafted, and as I talked to her, I explained, well, we're going to do this and that, and then we're going to have you. You said, wait, back up. You said you're going to do what? I said, yes, I did say you, and she has always been so gracious to agree, and to the interview.
Can I jump in with something?
Sure.
First of all, it's always a pleasure to see
Thank
Ms.
you.
Cornegay.
Yes.
And
yes.
you know, I agree. You have a wonderful gift of
Thank you.
communicating
Yes.
and bridging that gap. But I am looking and listening tonight to that concept. I am doing my part in action, because look how we compartmentalized the assignments in this
Yes.
project.
Yes.
Each person is bringing a different capacity to the table.
Correct.
And I believe that that is what we have to do as a society, because there are so many people out of their lane.
Right, exactly.
I'm not, and we should not be offended, because out of your lane doesn't mean out of your league.
Right.
It doesn't make one less than to have a special gift. I think that that's a blessing.
Yes.
But the only way we can maximize it is to apply it properly where it belongs.
Yes.
And the way that you have put things together, and I've been watching, don't get it, you know I've been watching, they succeed because you're not afraid to bless someone else
Exactly.
with empowerment
Yes.
by allowing them to do their part.
Yes.
That's correct.
I just wanted to say that.
Well, we appreciate that too.
And I want to say something, just as you saying the gift that I have, and it's not about bragging or being arrogant, because when I was in the grocery store this morning, I saw an old friend that I had worked with for some time, and I hadn't seen her in years, so I was blessed to see her, give her a hug, and then when talking with her, talking to her about tonight on what, you know, I'm going to be, what we've been doing and how I've been doing it, interviewing the parents and what it's representing and about. The cashier said to me, you know, I know you're going to do a wonderful job, and it's good that what you're doing, because you seem like you're a people person, and that's going on the gift
Right.
of being that people person,
Right.
because I get that on a regular, how people person, how friendly, and I even share that with my families, my coworkers at work, you know, so
Right.
I pat myself in the back on it, because you don't have to be afraid to talk to someone,
Right.
you know, because you may be helping that next person where they may be the shy one,
Yeah.
and they just may need that little of encouragement from you.
Right.
And, you know, so.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So therefore, what we like to do is we're going to take a break,
Okay.
and then when we come back, we're going to talk about some of the things that we learned as we went about interviewing our different parents, and what we gleaned from that experience. So when we return from our break, we'll go over some of the questions that we asked them and their responses to those questions.